What's up, Leo? This is Marcus from King of Lions Oracle, back with March 2022 reading here for you. I'm going to pull you some Oracle cards here, and then I'm going to clarify each of the Oracle cards here for you with some tarot. So first we have the Tao Oracle, we got the Wanderer. Next, we have Emotions Are Running High, for the Moonology. And then for the Starseed Oracle, we have the Whale and Orca Elders. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some past, present, and future energies here for you. Right? I'm going to use Intuitive Goddess deck. We'll get some energies here for you. So let's see what we have. Oh, there you go. All right, so we have the Star, Three of Cups, Nymph of Wands, and Justice. All right, and emotions are running high. Let's see what we have for you. Well, I see you have the Star, which is always a great card to have. You have them in your past energy. You have the Spirit of Cups, which is the King of Cups in this deck, the Ten of Swords, and then what else you have? All right, so we have a few cards here. All right, so we have Eight of Swords, High Priestess, and the Spirit of Pentacles in your current energy. Right, and then for Whale and Orca Elders, you have the Eight of Cups in your past energy. Alright, that one came out 10 of Pentacles. So current energy. Then Seven of Swords in your present energy. Right? The bottom of the deck is the Spirit of Swords, which is the King of Swords energy. So it looks like you're weighing up a lot of facts and trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing or what's the next step here for you, Leo. So let's just check out the first energy. So for the first cards you have, this is the Wanderer. 56, 5 plus 6 is 11. Right? So you have traveling, adventure, movement, coping with unfamiliarity, a pilgrimage, aloneness, broaden your horizons, right? So it looks like there's a new journey that you're on, or a new path. Now, if you see in this picture, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hermit, but with this, the gentleman is old and wise, and they have gray hair, so they have lots of knowledge and they have lots of experiences. But you can see it's a little cloudy, and it's hard for them to see exactly what's the next direction to go. So it looks like you're going to have a journey that's going to come to you, that not everything is kind of paved for you. You're going to have to make some changes and kind of navigate things a little bit safely. But let's see what other energies we have here for you. Now, in your past energy, we have the Star. Now, this is a wonderful energy. This is wish fulfillment, wishing on a star. This is healing. This is also intuition. So in your past energy, it looks like there might have been something that you manifested and that the wish is coming true here for you and that the universe is sending you those messages. Now, this is something saying that you're getting some divine help, that things are kind of moving in your direction, and that the universe is sending some help for you. All right? Your current energies is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups could be celebration. The Three of Cups could be, a birthday party, or this could also just be you having creativity. The Three of Cups also represents, finding like your earth family, your soul family, and getting assistance from other people, because there's three different cups and the people are celebrating with you. So as we mentioned with the Star, you have that divine energy that's coming, that's kind of looking down on you and helping you out. So with this Three of Cups energy, this is saying that, take help, work with your divine family that's going to help you to broaden your horizons, and they're going to help you make it through this murky kind of journey that you're going through, that you're not sure of exactly which way to go, but it looks like you're going to have some help along the way. All right? So the next, which is your current energies, is the Nymph of Wands and the Justice card. All right? Now, the Nymph of Wands usually represents a message. So you're going to have a message that's going to come to you during March 2022. That's going to be something that's going to be passionate. It's going to get you excited. And it's going to help balance things. Okay? Now, as you see here with the Justice card, Justice is about karma. So this is about, what the cause and effect is. What you get, what you put into it. And things are going to balance out themselves. And so, as you can see with that wand that's coming straight down from the universe down to the earth, this is going to be a message that's going to come down, that's going to help ground you. And if you see here with the Justice card, usually the Justice, the person is holding the sword upwards. This goddess is holding the sword down. So you're going to have some downloads of something that's going to come, that's going to help to balance things, that's going to help to ground you and give you some further direction. Mm-hmm. So emotions are running high. This is the supermoon. So the supermoon, this is when the moon is as close as possible, and it's huge, and you can feel that energy. And what our bodies, with being 70% water, a supermoon would definitely affect your emotions. So this is why the emotions are running high. And so appropriately, you have the Spirit of Cups, which in this deck here, the Spirit of Cups represents the King of Cups, or however you identify it. But this King of Cups is someone who has total control of their emotions. They're wise. They're well spoken. As you can see, they're holding a big cup that's pouring into a little cup. Well, I'm sorry, they're holding a small cup and it's pouring into a huge cup. And they're able to kind of create their own tide and their own waves and control their own emotions here. And with the King of Cups, this is someone who is almost like a psychologist. They're someone that you can go to and talk to. They're very wise. They're very trusted. They're very admired. They're also very well spoken, as you can see with the blue that's in the background that kind of illuminates their head. This is someone that when you talk to them, they make a lot of sense. If this person is someone who you go to for advice, they'll be able to give you wonderful advice because they're well thought out and their emotions are very, very controlled and very even. Okay, and this is in your past energy. All right? Now, the current energy, you have the Ten of Swords. Now, in the Ten of Swords, like we said, the emotions is running high. You might have had something in the background that has stabbed you in the back. You might have had some bad experiences. Possibly someone at work was talking about you. Maybe they're saying that you weren't giving quality work. Or in some cases, this could even represent being injured or like having back pains. In the typical, in the Rider-Waite deck, the person who has the Ten of Swords in their back, they have their fingers pointed like that. And that's the sign of the Hierophant. So this is also a way of saying that the old cycle is over, and maybe you have to start a new tradition or try to do things in a different way to get a different outcome. All right? Now, in your current energy, you have the Eight of Swords, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Spirit of Pentacles. So this is a really, really good energy, especially for the future. Because what this says is initially you feel like everything is in your head, and that it's stopping you from growing and it's stopping you from moving forward. But as you can see, there's still vines that's growing on the person who's supposed to be held back. So there's a lot of growth that's happening. Even though you're thinking that everything's stopped, even though you're thinking things aren't moving forward, things are still growing within you and growing inside of you. Now, the High Priestess, next. This High Priestess is about things that are hidden. The High Priestess is about using your intuition to make the right decision, and you have all the answers inside of you. And you just have to be confident in the decisions that you make and which way you're going and how you're going to go about them. So you go from having these thoughts that you don't know what to do or how to move forward, but internally you know what to do. Internally, you just have to stop being in your head, figure that you're going to follow the direction that your brain is telling you and letting you know. And this is going to lead you forward. And we previously passed the full moon in Leo. And so with this moon cycle here, this is something that you may have manifested to move yourself forward so that you can now take advantage of this Spirit of Pentacles. And as we noticed before, the Spirit of Pentacles, this is also the King. And so in your spread so far, you have three kings. You have the King of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the King of Swords. So this month of March 2022, this is going to be a big month for you. There's going to be a lot of movement. This is showing the King of Pentacles is someone who's very, very wise. This is a person who knows how to make a business. This person knows a lot about finances. This person knows about real estate. This person knows how to build a legacy and control a legacy. And if you see the eyes are lit up. And this is just showing that they're enveloped in everything that's around them. Now, if you look on the bottom, there's a black bear. All right. Now, black bears are representative of strength, but you see how the black bear is laying beneath the feet? So this is almost in a different way of saying that you have the strength within you of a bear to be able to provide, to be able to show that strength and to be able to show that fierceness if necessary. But you have all this growth around you, all of this abundance that you don't even need to use the strength of the bear because of the fact that you've already harnessed it and you've already controlled it. Okay, so things are going to go very well for you. Right? Now you have whale and orca elders. Okay, and this says share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So just as we mentioned before, you have the High Priestess here. So with the whale of the orca sound, what this is saying is that you need to get in touch with your internal self. Well, what's in the mind? Now whales, the way that they communicate is they make lot of sounds, and the vibration travels far through water to be able to communicate with another whale. And so that vibration that you receive might be a download, might be you meditating and kind of sitting with yourself, but that's gonna come to you. And the knowledge that you've picked up from this situation that you've gone through in the past, where you had your emotions running high, you might have felt that somebody was stabbing you in the back. You know, if you see here, you see there's a turtle that's there. Turtles are very wise and they live a long time. And then you also have the orca, which is a big, huge animal in the water. And when it makes a splash, it makes a big splash and it makes a big wave. So people usually have to either adjust to the wave, or even when boats are in the water, they have to adjust to a whale while it's going. Because if a whale jumps up and splashes in, it can wash them away. So this is showing that you have big, strong energy that you need to control. And as long as you have control of it and harness it, just like as if we showed with the High Priestess and the Spirit of Pentacles, many good things are going to come to you. Right? Now, in your past energy, you have the Eight of Cups. Now, you see this person, they're walking away. And again, we have the moon cycle saying that there's something that's controlling you within, that there's some type of fear that you have of walking away. Now, if you have any kind of, toxic energy, say if you're at work and people talking bad about your quality of work, or as you mentioned with the Eight of Swords, you might have had like an injury or something that just was negative, and it just continued to hold you down. And they continue to control your emotions and kind of push you, forward. But it wasn't in a positive way. You were kind of moving out of fear. Release it. Let it go. Walk away from it. These cups will fill themselves again. Leo, you have a very strong manifesting sign. You're represented by the sun. So as long as you have that happiness and you have that manifestation power, that things are going to be good, and you send yourself that positive energy, things are going to work out in your favor. You just have to continue to walk that walk. The more positivity you have, the more positivity will go for you. Mm-hmm. Now, in your current energies, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is a really, really great card. So this is saying that, right now in the month of March 2022, you're going to build something that's going to create a future for you. It's going to hold you down. It's going to hold your family down. It's going to create a legacy. If you look at this card, you can see that there's amethyst stones growing. There's also crystal stones, and there's quartz. Now, if you know anything about gemstones, quartz is a magnifier. So whatever it's next to, it magnifies the energy and makes it stronger than what it is currently. Now you also have the amethyst there. The amethyst is about connecting with your dreams. It's also connected to your third eye. It also helps in making you smarter. So the fact that you have the amethyst here next to the quartz, this is just letting you know that your thoughts are going to amplify. And your thoughts are going to amplify so much that it's going to create abundance for you, and it's going to create big things for you. But with that quartz there, that's just showing that whatever you put your energy into, it's going to amplify. So if you have that positive sun energy that everything's going to work out and everything's going to go well, you're going to manifest that and you're going to amplify that. But if you have that negative feeling, that Eight of Cups, being afraid to walk away from a negative situation, then you're going to manifest that. So you have to make sure that you have your mind right and you make your decisions the right way and move forward. Right? So then on this card, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is represented by a few different energies. Now, with this Seven of Swords card, the goddess here, she's holding 3 swords in one hand, she's holding 2 in another hand, and then there's 2 on the ground. All right? Now, in the right hand, she's holding 2 swords by the blade, which is dangerous. So the 2 of swords usually represents indecision. So her holding those 2 swords by the blade, it's saying that your indecision in the past has cut you. It has caused you pain. It's caused you individual problems. In the right hand, in the left hand, they're holding three swords, and they're pointing it down towards the earth. Now, the three of swords is represented by heartbreak. It's also represented by backstabbing or anything of that nature. So intuitively, you know, which is your left hand is represented by your intuitive side. So you're holding these three of swords, and intuitively you know that there's been some backstab. You know that there's been some hard things to deal with. But you have to bring yourself back down to earth, which is those two swords that are in the ground. So those two swords are telling you to be grounded, to get out of that indecision. And with the Seven of Swords, this is more about strategizing and thinking about what's going to happen next. What am I going to do to go forward? You know, possibly not telegraphing your moves with people, not really letting them know what's going to happen next, what they're going to do, you know, how you're planning to do it. But you have some great ideas. And obviously with the Ten of Pentacles here, and you have three kings on the deck, in which, you know, just now that I'm thinking about it, you have this Seven of Swords, which is representing not really telling everybody what to do, right? Here you have the Three of Cups. Okay, you have the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and you have the King of Swords. Okay, so this possibly, because none of these cards are the King of Wands, which will be your energy. So with this Three of Cups, as I mentioned before, you might have help. And this is divine help that's being sent to you. You might have an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that's coming to help. Also, you may have a water sign that's coming to help. Scorpio, Cancer, or also Pisces. And then you also have the King of Pentacles, which can be represented by the air sign, which is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So this is just showing that you have that confirmation, that you have that divine help that's being sent with the Three of Cups, because you have these three king energies. Now, that's not saying that this king energy is not represented by you or within you, but you have that divine guidance, that divine help. You also have the star here, just saying that the stars are in your favor and they're aligned for you. All right, so I have real confidence that things are going to be really good for you, especially for this month. It looks like you're starting something that's going to grow into something that's going to be really big, and it's going to be beneficial for you. Right now, your emotions are running high, you know, and as we said with the Wanderer, you might be on this journey and you might not be sure of the path and be directly sure of it, but 5 plus 6 equals 11, and 11 is a divine number. That's an angel number. So trust that things are going to go forward for you. You know, as we mentioned too, another thing here is we have the Justice card, which is about karma and about balancing out the karma. So things are going to work well for you. Just be confident. All right? All right, Leo. Well, thank you so much for your time. That's all I have for you now. If you can, like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed what I showed here. You can also comment. You can also check the details in the subscription box. I'm going to be offering some free readings, so if you're interested, you can contact me. And if you feel to do so, you certainly can donate also to the page. It's been my pleasure. Take care. Enjoy the month. Peace, Leo.